All right, today we're going to look at how to find the volume of a cone. So our formula for volume of a cone is 1/3 big BH. When we see our big B, that stands for area of the base. H is the height of the cone. So our base for our cone is a circle. So to find the area of a circle for our B, we're going to do pi r squared. And then the 1/3 just represents dividing by 3. So to kind of write down our formula without our b, we have 1/3 pi r squared h. All right, so we will have problems with radius and a diameter. So our first one, we are given a radius. A radius does not go all the way across the circle. It goes from the middle to one side only. So our formula, we've got 1/3 big BH. I'm going to replace the b with my area formula, which is pi r squared. And then I'm able to now replace it with all the numbers. So I have 1/3, pi, r is 9, h is 12. So in my calculator, I'm going to enter in the fraction. To do that, I'm going to hit my alpha, which is my green button, y equals, enter. And then 1/3, pi, we do second, which is our blue button, and then the arrow right below clear, 9 squared, and 12. So we get 1017.9. All right, number 2, we are given, we've got 1/3 big BH. I'm going to replace big B with the area formula, which is pi r squared. And then we have 7 is a radius. So we have 7 squared and then 17. So a shortcut, instead of having to retype it, if you use your arrow key and arrow up to the problem, hit enter, it will retype it, and then you're able to change the 9 to be a 7 and the 12 to be a 17, and then enter. So 872.3 inches cubed. All right, so for number 3, so again, still working on finding volume. I've got 1/3 big BH. We're going to replace our B with our area formula, pi r squared. So pi r. So this time we have a line going across. That is a diameter. So in order to use 10, we need to cut it in half to make it into a radius. So it's now going to be 5. So we have 5 squared and then times 14. So I'm going to type in, we've got 1/3 pi, 5 squared, 14, which is 366.5 feet cubed. And then for our next one, so we have V equals 1/3 big BH. So B, replace it with pi r squared. So we've got 1/3 pi. R, 24 goes all the way across. That's a diameter. We're going to change it to 12. So 12 squared, H is 13. So type it in our calculator, and we get 1,960.4 centimeters cubed. All right, and then for our last two, it says find the height of each cone given the volume. So we've got to solve it a little bit differently than plugging everything in and then getting our answer. So we've got V equals 1/3 big BH. Replace my B with pi r squared. So I know R is 6, but I don't know what H is. And then my volume is 414.48. So one method is you could just take your answer and just start guessing. So I've got 1/3 pi r squared 6. Let's say we times it by 5. And then I get 108, and then we can start guessing. So plugging in numbers, changing the 5 to a 6, obviously getting bigger and bigger until I get closer to 414. The other method is to find what is 1/3 pi 6 squared. which is 37.7, and then take the volume of 414.48 divided by my volume of the 1/3 pi 6 squared answer, and we get 10.99, and so that will round off to be a height of 11. All right, and then for our last problem, we have 1/3 big BH, replace our b with pi r squared, replace the numbers. So r is 5. Don't know what h is, but I do know v is 183.17. So again, you can take numbers and plug them in and just guess. So if we did, or we can find what the answers for 1/3 pi 1/3 pi 5 squared, and then divide it. So let's just try guessing. So if let's just say 5. So we're getting closer. Let me try 6. And then we can keep changing it. And there we go, 183. And it's off by just a little. So that means H is going to have to be equal to 7.